broadcast live.
Now, you know, I was listening to Jump on My Fence with X, and you know, X has almost been stereotyped as the kwaito rap voice, right? So he's got all the energy. But I'm asking myself, for an authentic kwaito person, let's say Ukufi, sitting wherever he's sitting, or like Joe Nina, or guys who are literally making kwaito, really making kwaito, Arthur, do they hear these sounds and do they feel like we're a fake version of what they were? I wonder, because it's like when you're in America, you can come to South Africa and go, but yo, they're trying to be like fake us. I wonder, do the kwaito guys go, why don't they actually get like a proper or evolve this kwaito sound to sound like, I ask myself, you know?
What would you call Zola? Zola.
I mean, Zola is part of a generation of Zola had the aggression of kwaito, right? He had the aggression of kwaito. He had the cadence of rap, you know, and he would choose where he jumps on, whether he's...
So there's a clip of X performing, and Zola went crazy and jumped on stage, gave the dude a hug and just walked off stage. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can only tell you about what I saw in that sort of thing. So I'm assuming that it's probably the same. You know, like people do probably listen to a Kid X that like a goofy or whatever, and probably relate to him more than they'll probably listen to the guy that sounds more American. So I don't know if they would listen to, fuck, I hate dropping names, like a Nasty C. Would Goofy relate more to that, or would he relate more to
I'm not even
X?
talking about, like, I mean, when I'm talking about X, and I told X this, for me, he's got the cadence. You can hear he's raised by this thing. It's authentic, right? But like X is vocally the cadence of it, right? Yeah. But the producer, right, the guy who literally makes the beat, that's why I used guys like Goofy and Arthur, because they were like almost like the innovators of this kwaito sound. Yeah,
I definitely think they relate to him. I think they relate to him.
No, I'm not talking him. I'm not talking him. I'm talking sound, like the beats. You know, when you say that we gotta create.
Yeah, but which other artists are riding on the kwaito beats as much as Kid X's?
Everyone tries to make an attempt.
But Kid X is a full album of that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Yeah. So Kid X, he's actually moving that. That's where he's comfortable, and that's what he's running with. I guess my E in a sense as well, you know?
My E, yeah.
Yeah, so
my thing is that, like, what I'm saying to you is that, like, you cannot teach me how to speak hood if I'm from the hood.
Yeah.
And X can't be taught how to speak hood if he's from the hood. Neither can my E, right?
Yeah.
That's who they are.
That's who they
are. So they've
yeah.
tapped into that, right? Now, the production and the ideas that came with the guys who touched that piano for the first time and made a kwaito sound, you know? Do those guys who made the beat, do those guys feel that, like, we are evolving the beat? X is the artist, he's evolving. But are we evolving the beat? Because that talks to sound, that talks to what we see with what, like, Burna Boy is doing with what Femi did, like, and he's evolving the sound. Yeah. So almost like the evolution of the lyrics have to marry to the evolution of the sound also.
No, I hear you. I wouldn't even know how to answer that, because I'd literally have to...
We don't know, it's just an interesting question. It's a wonder kind of question.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Are we using the same kits to make those same beats? I don't think so. I think we started to use other kits. But maybe before they try to make a beat like that, they listen to the old school sound and try to stay as close as possible. So I guess it depends on the producer, man. If you want to take it a step further, then you're gonna...
You know, Mdu, when we were in our prime, once came up to us and said, yo, come to the studio, let me do some shit for you. If there's anything I remember in my life is that maybe that's the one thing I probably like feel that in musically I should have driven to do. Yeah. Because he was feeling like, I see y'all got a big song, y'all got this, but you're lacking something. Yeah. He was saying it that way, but you're lacking something.
I got the same speech from Slikour, funny enough. But I made the song with Slikour. It was actually a hit, dude. It's got Ring on the Hook, Slikour, And the one reason I couldn't drop it because we had breaks on it, right? And I didn't want to get into that whole situation and whatever. So the plan was to do the song and put somebody else on the song, but you know how studio sessions are, man.
Yeah,
like, trying to get the actual session is hard, especially with Bushpicker, because that studio is busy, you know?
Yeah.
But the chemistry that came out was amazing. Like we had in Dudes, we had Bricks, Ring on the hook, Speaker on the beat. It was amazing, dude. That song is sitting in that studio. I didn't know what to do, man. I want like break in his house. What must I do, you know? But it was authentic, it was real, man.
So let me give an example. It's like when you say your first part of your album is dedicated to your mom's side and the others, you are going back to the source.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know your parents.
Yeah.
But you know you gotta go back to your source because it gives you some type of clarity. It gives you something, makes you feel a bit stronger. So I'm saying that like it's almost like Speaker is like always like, yo, he's another guy.
Yeah.
Zwei. But like what if I have all these guys in the room and we say that, yo, we better also rap too, because and still bring in an X and you know what I mean? It's because I feel that like almost Bricks was in my view, because I had him on the remix of Msindo.
Yeah.
If you said what would African rap sound like, you know,
I agree.
then you had that, because Bricks was DMX.
Yeah.
His energy.
Yeah.
He wasn't saying like some, he was energy.
His energy, even in studio, you still get that same energy,
you know. That's why you can use his voice as a sample.
Yeah.
Because the energy or the voice is like, what is that?
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is the journey of us finding our sound. It's these conversations that we gotta have, and I think guys like Speaker, while they're around and available and wanna work with, I know they're busy, but they've always shown an interest to work. We gotta use these opportunities.
Yeah, I also don't know if like the younger guys in the game, if you decided to have a talk about it, would they even understand or be keen to do it?
They don't even know squatter camp, some of them.
That's hard to imagine.
I'm being real with you.
Imagine.
I'm being real with you. Like most, I said with Big Ash, I was telling him about like Boom Shaka, you know?
Yeah.
And he was like, what is that?
Whoa.
You know? So the kids don't know, but they will hear this kwaito sound from somewhere in the South, in America, and think that
it came from.
Side.
No, but I mean, what you're saying in terms of bringing those sort of energies and sort of feels into a studio or into, if we had a talk, for example, and we said compulsory for all rappers. You know how they used to do it in high school, compulsory.
Yeah, compulsory.
Yeah, and we get there and we have all these chats. Will they engage in the chats, or will they say, fuck you, you guys are coming with this old mentality, we're not about that? Do you know what I'm saying?
Here's an example. I don't want Speaker to tell me how to drop my song on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
If I'm a new wave. All I want is that you come with that aesthetic, you come with that sound. I'ma come with my thing that I know my people fucks with. How we gonna distribute, you've never been a distributor. Even in your prime, you were literally like distributed by someone else, right? So I'ma distribute my way though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit. That'd be fucking crazy.
We need to have a compulsory session. As long as you call yourself a rapper, come in. Let's have this change. I actually had this convo with Double HP back in the day. Remember there was that era in hip hop where the rappers were like, fuck the DJs, they're not playing our shit. And the DJs were like, fuck the rappers, they're not making what we can play.
Yeah.
And him and I spoke about having a fuck you session. Like bring all the rappers, bring all the DJs, and we just talk about this thing because it was getting out of hand. Because everybody was like, nah, whatever. And I think that's where that little gap where the DJs came in and started making songs because they were like, okay, I think the song should sound like this. This is the feeling we should go for. And that's when the me's and whoever, obviously there was music before us, way before us, but that's when there was a big movement towards working together and making music, you know? So, fuck you sessions do it.
I think I got a show.
That's it.
The show's gonna be called "We're Making Our Sound."
Exactly.
You know,
That's crazy.
that's not the name of the show, but like that's the name. That's the long name. And then it features obviously like Speaker, you get Zwei, you know, you find Goofy, and then you got like X, without a doubt. You know, you get like someone from the new school, whatever the case is, Zuchi, you know, and also rappers also, Mai also, you know, even KO, you know, not even chats. B, you have a show where we go in studio and we're trying to crack the sound. And then when we crack the sound, we release this on. We literally get like your streaming platforms to partner to help us break it.
Save the date, the time, write a copyright, whatever thing at the end of the show. Make sure it's, you know, make sure it gets done.
We got a show. We got a show. Yo, thanks for brainstorming, man.
I thought it was an interview. That became a brainstorm, man. Oh, shit. Okay.
Well, the question I wanted to ask though on the album, I felt that you never did a big push when you dropped this album. I feel that because I
did that on purpose.
I'm in your secondary or third circle. I knew. You know what I mean?
I did that on purpose. I feel like when people drop albums get consumed so quickly. People pick their song and it's done. Nobody revisits again. So I felt like if I dropped the album and the 20 songs, because people are also like, dog, people can't concentrate. I'm like, exactly, that's what I want. So every time I drop a single, people need to revisit the album. And that's why I did it.
Genius. Genius. Genius.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, you know, essentially, I'm not taking you to one single. You love the song, go to the album. By mistake, that song is going to finish, because how do people play music? They play it while they're doing whatever they're doing. And then by mistake, the next song comes on and you're like, ah, okay, that's not bad. Genius.
Thank you, brother.
Genius. Yo, man. Yo, Dean, thanks for coming through, you know, opening up our ear, you know.
It's nice, man.
It's, we rarely have DJs that come through, you know, out here.
I know, I had to work for this slot, man.
Nah, B, you paid your dues, you know what I mean? You know, you paid your dues, you know? But like, thanks, man. And like I said, I'm getting into the album, you know, and I told you last year already that like, nah, B, I think you sent me that message thing that I don't know the album is out. Like, nah, B.
What was the message again?
He said, yo, when we doing the balcony.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, nah, I'm listening, you know?
Yeah, I put in a lot of work into that album.
How long did it take to get it together?
It was about 3 years. And I mean, I get a lot of, I take everyone's feedback when somebody comments about the show. When Timmy said it felt like what's the word they use? A compilation, you know? And then you said it's sort of, the conversations didn't go after each other, you know? But for me, I did it with the DJ mentality. I made that album with the DJ mentality. I wanted a certain feel, a certain mood, and a certain song to talk about this, you know? And obviously because it's a compilation of artists, I worked on it as an album. But because artists have different ways of saying things and different ways of being on songs, and there's no one solid factor. Like if it's your album, you're the solid factor on every song. So like, this is a shout out to the Summers, by the way. Because
have you registered
with Zeal? Yeah, it's registered. Okay, with Zeal, it was taken off because I'm a DJ, but I made it as an album. Do you understand? And then I even went further with this one and went, okay, fuck it. I'm not putting any of the singles I've dropped. I'm making an album. So people treat it like an album, please.
Summers, that's a message to South African Music Awards. It's not a complaint.
It's not a compilation. It's an album.
Alright. Yo, B, what's happening with Pop Bottles this year? Where are we going? Where in the world are we going? Are we going anywhere in the world? You know?
I can't say, man.
I just need to know.
I can't say.
I just need to know whether it's a ticket I can afford, or do I have to ask for?
It's always a ticket you can afford, man. Ask your team. Your team was out there, man. They didn't know. They didn't want to come back. Yeah, man, we're just trying to create experiences, man.
Yeah.
We did Lesotho last year, which was a vibe. It was cold as hell, but it was worth every minute, you know what I mean? It was an experience. You can't, that's something you have to do.
Yeah.
So we don't know, we might look into that. But in terms of Pop Oz as a whole, it's always to grow, to move forward, to create platforms. Use it, don't use it. You know what I'm saying? It's just about growing, man. We just want to grow the game.
What else do you have planned? I know you were talking about you projecting. You know, when you do events, you got to project early. So you've got the album, music videos, or anything outside what we accustomed to?
I'm gonna drop a lot of albums. I mean, a lot of singles, depending on budget. Okay. Yeah, back in the day, sponsors used to jump on like immediately. Now they're not anymore.
Yeah,
it's a tough world today.
Cool,
so yeah, depending on how we pull the strings together, there's going to be a lot of singles. Popcast is also going to develop into other things. We're looking at doing events, like sit-down events. You know what I'm saying? Not like a party type of thing. Like proper conversation with the people on the streets, the kids that support us. You know. It's just a lot, man. This year is just crazy, man. Like when we sat in the office earlier, we all shook our heads like, are we going to be able to do this? You know, I feel we can. I'm also looking at not doing everything in-house per se, like starting to look at young black agencies that are able to help with certain stuff and not just, you know, keep everything in-house. I think we just need to grow, man.
Anything else you want to drop? Say.
Nah, just listen to the album, man. We put in a lot of work. There's a lot of kids on that thing that are depending on me for people to listen, for example. So like, there's a lot of kids out there that have they're very talented. And the DJs as well, let's push, man. Let's not give in, you know. The game is getting tougher and tougher, but let's not give in. Give the kids a chance. Double D, I'm supporting Double D 100%.
Double D, shout out.
Yeah, finding DJ packs is almost impossible. So if we can have a platform like that, that makes it easier for people to get their music out there, it's cool.
Dope. Dimplez, the legend, the veteran in the game. You're an OG, straight up.
Broadcast live